Did I clean myself up? No, I made a little more. Hold on. Let me clean myself up. There it is. There it is. Oh, no. Smooth Gang, what's happening? What's happening, Smooth Gang? What we on today, baby? So look, I did a lot of stuff today. On watching some things. Cleaning off again. I'm a little cloth. That's a little better. That's a little better. All right. So look, I'm gonna play some stuff. Stephen A. He did a mic drop on they butt today, man. Stephen A. went off on. I didn't know that him and Jason Whitlock was back at it. I remember. No, cancel. I remember him and Jason Whitlock was at it for a long time, right? Him and Jason Whitlock, they stay at it. And so what I'm gonna do is I kind of was catching up today on their new beef. Man, look here. Hey, Stephen A did a mic drop on that boy. A mic drop on that boy. Candace is still doing what Candace do. Y'all already know. Candace, my girl, she's still doing what Candace do. But now y'all gotta hear this though, cause Stephen A had went at him previously, right? And you know he did his thing. He did his thing. But this time, man, Stephen A did the most. Munchie B calls out Adam 22 and whack. What Munchie B talking about? But yeah. Let me go. Let me share what I'm talking about here though. Yeah, this Stephen A one. When I tell you Stephen A mic dropped on that boy, it wasn't nothing nice. It wasn't nothing nice. So here we go.
I've done the homework on Stephen A.
So this is Jason Whitlock, talking. And Jason Whitlock just a hater, man. If y'all know Jason Whitlock, I'll show you Jason Whitlock. Jason Whitlock just a fat, sloppy hater. I don't like him, right? I don't think he like black people, and he black. I think he's like, how everybody had how everybody got that one token black person who just clowns on black people. That's Jason Whitlock. He just always dogs anybody that's black, right? So him and Stephen A got this ongoing little thing, right? So this is the beginning. So I'm gonna let you hear the beginning. This is Jason Whitlock talking to Stephen A, and then Stephen A gonna come back and clown on him.
He's fraudulent. He's lying about his college basketball career. He's admitted he's lying about his.
Jason Whitlock just a hater because he barely played football in college. He trash. I don't like haters, man. I'm sick of haters. Don't be a hater, ladies and gentlemen. Do not be a hater.
College basketball career. If I sat in the media space for 20 years telling everybody I played for Big House Games and I got a full ride scholarship after knocking down 17 straight three-pointers in a scrimmage on a Sunday when they played a game on Saturday and they hosted a scrimmage on Sunday and I knocked down 17 straight three-pointers. And
Turk, what's happening, baby?
Scholarship on the spot.
What's happening, Turk? Go ahead and subscribe for me.
HBCU.
So put a one in the chat if y'all familiar with the Jason Whitlock, Stephen A Smith beef, bro. It's getting deep. So this is Jason Whitlock, like I said, talking crazy. What's happening? What's good?
Anybody familiar with
Winston-Salem
State and how little money Winston-Salem State has and had back then? They're not giving out scholarships on the spot to anybody.
That's not factually true. He just talking shit. That's not factually true.
It's all a lie.
Welcome to the latest edition.
Get him, Steve.
Yours truly. In case you didn't know, that wasn't Norbit. That was Jason Whitlock.
He said that wasn't Norbit.
Even though they look alike, that wasn't him. That was Jason Whitlock. It's so interesting. A lot of times, a lot of people looking at me and saying, Stephen A, you said you wasn't going to clap back. You wasn't going to say anything. You said when you went off on Jason Whitlock, over a year ago that you wasn't going to say much about it. But here you are, Stephen A, again. I will remind
Smooth. My name is Smooth, man. My name is Smooth. Welcome.
Been attacked by this man for over a decade. And the 2 times
What
I
up,
was
bro?
talking about him are the only 2 times that anybody has ever heard me say it. But it does get to a point where you feel compelled to speak up, because as I watched his interview with Cam Newton on Cam Newton's show, 4th and 1, what y'all are missing, whether it's Emmanuel Acho or it's Marcellus Wiley or others who I will get to in just a second, certainly Cam Newton, what you're missing is that a lot of people are looking at it and acting like this is about the business. Now, this is personal. It's personal.
Steven said this is
Now, I'm
personal.
not as personal as other people would be. Because let me assure you, and if you know anything about Jason Whitlock's
I'm right here,
background,
baby.
you would understand. There's a reason you see his fat ass sitting in some cubicle somewhere, scared to come out in public, because he knows cats waiting for him. But he ain't worth it to me. He ain't worth it. Now, you would say, well, then why are you addressing him? Here's why. Because of what he has systematically tried to do to black people in this industry.
Steve, sick of this.
Is personal on a whole multitude of levels.
Get him, Steve.
And I'll get to all of that in a second. I want to address first and foremost.
What's happening? What's happening?
Sick he looks. I mean, it's a real big time
Miss
problem
Butts, what's
when
happening?
it comes to him. It's hard to even put into words.
So, I'm going to give you guys, so I'm going to pause this. So, basically what I'm giving you guys, so this is Jason Whitlock and Stephen A. Smith is they're going at it, right? And so this is Stephen A. responding to Jason Whitlock, and he do a mic drop. Y'all listen to how he tear this man to shreds. It's great. It's great. And I'll talk to you guys in the chat while we listen.
You see his eyebrows looking like horns? You see how demonic he looks? I bring that up because he always claims to be doing God's work. Does that look like somebody doing God's work? I haven't even gotten into the details of what he's doing to show you that it's antithetical to anything that he swears he is doing.
Facts.
Because when it comes to being a pathological liar, no one is worse than him
Facts.
to himself.
And that's another thing. He do be always saying that he doing God's work, which is horrible. Bangla. I don't know how to speak Bangla, bro. I don't know what that is, bro. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, chat? Anyway, we listening to Stephen A. Smith cuss out Jason Whitlock. Here you go.
More so than the other people and the rest of us. It's to himself. But just for entertainment purposes, let me go back to what he was saying.
Please like and
About
subscribe.
my basketball.
Please like and subscribe. Appreciate you.
Ladies and gentlemen, how many times have I said I tried? Somebody stood up there and said, he played in Winston-Salem. I said, I tried to. I grew up poor. I can assure you, my parents couldn't afford to pay for my college education. How did I graduate from Winston-Salem?
Yes.
How did I go there without having to pay a dime? How'd that happen? It happened because I had a basketball scholarship. How did I get the basketball scholarship? Oh, I showed up for a workout. Well, you ever heard of the name Harold Funny Kit? Harold Funny Kit is a person that played at Winston-Salem State in the 70s.
Let's welcome Bangladesh. Hold on, let me pause this. Let's welcome Bangladesh in the
Drove
building.
down from Queens, New York to Winston-Salem, North Carolina.
Her name is
for
Wife.
a workout in the middle of the season because Clarence Big House Gaines, he called.
Her name is Wife. Her name is Baby. Her name is Love. You know what I'm talking about? That's my love. But yeah.
Clarence Big House Gaines and say, I got some talent for you. I want you to see this guy. Clarence Big House Gaines saw me, sat up there, put me out on the court with cats like Charlie Spell and others, and said, get on the court and show me what you got. And I kept passing the ball. He called the timeout. He said, wait a minute. Ain't you supposed to know how to shoot the ball?
So he's explaining this story because Jason Whitlock said he was lying about his basketball career. And he told a story, and Jason Whitlock don't know nothing. He's just hating. He's just a hater, right? So Stephen A. said, I'm just gonna, reiterate so and so and so and so. So that's what he's doing right now. So I just want to keep you guys updated. Here you go.
Say, yes, sir. He said, then God damn it, shoot the ball. And I went out there and I hit 17 straight 3-pointers. I repeatedly stated I never did it before and I never pulled it off since. That one day God was watching. How can somebody who proclaims to be doing God's work have a problem with somebody highlighting how a moment in their life involved divine intervention because they were able to do something they never did and they lucked up?
I think so too, my man.
Jason Whitlock's that guy. If you listen to him long enough, he's the only one that has this unfeathered connection with God. It's God that touched him. It's God that is.
Please, if you can, guys, go ahead and subscribe for me. Y'all see I'm starting from the ground. Hey, started from the bottom, now we're here. I'm trying to get there. So if y'all rock with me, let me see, hit the like button. Please hit the like button if you don't mind. And I appreciate it. And also go ahead and subscribe for me, man. I want to see a couple subscribers at the end of this video if you don't mind. You know what I mean? If y'all can do that for me. I see I just got one like. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Appreciate you, bro.
It's God.
Thank you.
Upon him and touched him on the shoulder and blessed him with the knowledge, the know-how, the conscience, to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help him, God, while he excoriates everybody that he can. And I've sat here.
Look at my dog.
On numerous occasions, totally.
He came and went to sleep in my office.
With the vile, despicable, disgusting human being that he is. Who has lied about me, who has denigrated me, who even went as far as to call my pastor to try to interview my pastor about me. A pastor is a spiritual individual with a connection to individuals from his congregation, similar to what a priest is in the Catholic community, which means that the communication that happens with one another is between one another. Everybody knows that. That man says he's a man, he's doing God's work. But he don't know that? Of course he knows that. He doesn't care. He doesn't care, ladies and gentlemen, because he never has. Have you seen the things religiously associated with Jason Whitlock?
Stevie, they finna break him down.
On Blaze Media. Maybe I should, because I do know a few people. Isn't Glenn Beck running Blaze Media? Maybe I should give him a call and remind him of the things that Jason Whitlock has done. Maybe I should point to some of the demonic, evil, vicious stuff that he has done to me, Chris Broussard, Scoop Jackson, Jamel Hill, Michael Smith. List goes on and on.
Go ahead and subscribe, guys. Thank you.
Tell the people that he works with how people at PTI, pardon the interruption, when he used to sub there, they looked at him and they said, "What's wrong with you? Why are you doing these kind of things to people all the time?" He said, "You don't know? The money." But he shows up on Cam Newton's podcast and says he don't care about the money. Really? You sure about that?
Why do rich people always act like they don't care about the money? That's why you're doing what you do, because you care about the money. That's why everybody do what they do, because they want the money. I don't think nobody really doing stuff, making money out the kindness and the goodness of their heart. That's bullshit.
You want to hang your hat on that? Because I know otherwise. So I could sit here and go off all day, every day, about the disgusting speck of a human being that he is, the piece of shit that he is. But then I said, what am I doing? What am I doing?
Steven. Look at Steven.
Why am I mad at him? Ladies and gentlemen, I dropped the ball.
He finna mic drop his ass.
I got up because I wanted to sit in front of the camera and I wanted to make sure he looked at a suit. He never has a snowball. You know, somebody that was critical of Cam Newton.
Hey, he said he'll never be able to wear this suit.
Along with numerous other people in the past. You were talking about how they dressed and how they looked and all of this other stuff. And I'm sitting there thinking about the cruelty that you exercise when you talk about so many people. And for some reason, it escaped me what the real problem is. Until I saw you on Cam Newton. Before, I just thought you were evil, bro. I just thought you were evil.
Mic drop his ass.
But you're jealous. Because you see the career that you say that I have that's fraudulent. No wonder you keep going back to shit from 40 years ago when I was playing basketball in high school and I tried to play in college. I've been the first to tell anybody, please, I couldn't shine these players' shoes. How does it feel to know, Jason, that you're still not better than me?
Huh.
You have never heard me say what I'm about to say about anybody in this business, because I don't talk about my colleagues and my contemporaries that way. I want everybody to get this, but I have whipped your ass. You're a columnist, I'm a columnist. You a New York Times bestseller? No, you're not, but I am. Television ratings on ESPN, we're approaching 14 consecutive years of being number one in the mornings.
Talk to him, Steve.
You don't have a job.
Damn.
Fox don't want you. ESPN don't want you. None of the networks, ABC, CBS, NBC, Fox, they don't want you. And what nobody has echoed or has come close to echoing other than Emmanuel Acho, who deserves all the credit in the world for bringing this up, is how you lean on Christianity.
That's a fact.
Why is that relevant? Because that's what the Blaze Network does, or the Blaze Media. It's conservative, leaning, religion and stuff like that.
Hey man, he telling them the truth too. And Jason can't really say nothing about nothing. He eating Jason up with nothing but the facts. It's great.
That's what they do. You're doing it because you're doing what's politically expedient so you can keep a job. How do we know this? Because how else would you watch me so much? Why do you know every little thing I do? Do you understand, Jason Whitlock, that you have done the equivalent of literally getting on your knees right in front of me?
Damn.
That's how desperate you sound.
Damn.
Talking about me all the time. In this profession, I have whipped your ass. You can't touch me, bro. There's levels to this, and you ain't on it. I got up and walked around studio, not just to show off my suit and the relatively decent shape that I'm in, but because you never move from your seat, you don't want people to see you with your walrus-looking ass self. All you do is pop shit and talk about people. You stopped covering sports a long time ago. You just talk about people who cover it. Because it ensures that you don't have to go to games, you don't have to communicate with people, and you don't have to be confronted by the people that you mess with outside of this business. You tell them how you slide a tape recorder under Allen Iverson's hotel.
That's what he talking about right there.
You tell them that? You tell them how many of us in the industry that you went to bosses and tried to undermine us to prevent us from getting paid? You talk about how many careers you've tried to squash? No, you don't talk about that. You say, I'm doing God's work. I don't care what people think. It's about me and him. You must have been really messed up to be so fixated on God at this point in time in your life because you know the damage you've tried to do to other people.
That's a fact.
Let me go through some of the headlines just for our edification. Is this God's work?
I've done the homework on Stephen A. He's fraudulent.
What I just do? Oh no, shit! I missed. I fucked up.
Wash? No, you don't talk about that. You say, I'm doing God's work. I don't care what people think. It's about me and him. You must have been really messed up to be so fixated on God at this point in time in your life because you know the damage you tried to do to other people. Let me go through some of the headlines just for our edification. Is this God's work? How Jason Whitlock is poisoning ESPN's Black Grantland. That's from an article in 2015. I would encourage everybody to go read it. It's on Deadspin. Go read it.
Wow.
That God's work? How about this next headline? Show me the next one. Is that God's work? Jason Whitlock says Tyree Nichols died because officers were supervised by single black women.
Wow.
That's what you said.
That's what he do.
That's what he said. That God's work? Is this God's work? No, Michelle Obama isn't trans.
What's up,
Here's
Kingo?
why her critics repeat the
What's
false
going on,
claims.
man? Go ahead and subscribe for me, man. We just I wanted y'all to see Stephen A. Smith clown Jason Whitlock, man. Go ahead and subscribe for me, man. But check it out. Yeah, I know I'm doing the ghetto. I should have did it on the computer live, but it wasn't giving me no people, so I just did it from my phone. But check it out.
The Blazers' Jason Whitlock rages against women's suffrage. Not everybody has to have a vote. So, women.
Now you don't want women to vote. What the fuck? He's
That's
weird.
God's work. That's God's work, according to Jason Whitlock. Jason Whitlock compares Black Lives Matter and Antifa to
Wow.
the KKK.
Wow, that's
That's
crazy.
So you went on your knees and prayed for those headlines. That's what you did. You are pathetic. Attacking Ryan Clark. A brilliant freaking NFL analyst. One of the best in the business, bar none, unquestionable. You attack him. What's he done to you? That's godly. That's act.
I'm gonna tell y'all, anybody black, Jason Whitlock gonna attack their ass. Anybody black. I don't know what it is, but I don't know who made him the moral authority of the African American culture. But anybody black, Jason Whitlock gonna be on your ass for nothing. That man said Black Lives Matter was equivalent to the KKK. Who the hell they kill? Who they kill? Who they hang? What Tulsa did they burn up? You tripping.
Acting on behalf of the good Lord? No. That's acting on behalf of somebody evil and disgusting and jealous who systematically goes about the business of trying to diminish and lower black people in our business because they're better than you. And you don't want anybody to see it that way. And if you're not broke, you will be soon.
Watch what he do. Watch what he do.
Because chances are you're not hireable. You have no ethics, you have no morals. But most importantly, for the purposes of this conversation, Jason Whitlock, you don't have a career that compares to mine. I have never talked about that in any way, shape, form, or fashion about any of my colleagues. I reserve it especially for your evil, despicable, trifling ass. But I'm not mad because I realize why. It's the jealousy. You can't take the fact that I'm better than you. You can't take the fact that I'm more successful than you. You can't take the fact that John Skipper handed you the reins to a website supposedly positioning you to be the black.
Like and subscribe, please. Like and subscribe.
You couldn't hold your own weight. You couldn't even get black people to work for you. Look at this right here. Allow me to read this to y'all. Keep that up on the full screen. Deadspin, Greg Howard, the author, article from 2015. This staff, the one Whitlock was praising by way of warnings that if the writers and editors wouldn't align with his vision, he would get rid of them, wasn't the one he wanted. The Undefeated was originally meant to attract the best and brightest young black talent in the country, with Whitlock's aim set so high that he at one point seriously tried to recruit the Athletics' Ta-Nehisi Coates, the sharpest cultural commentator in the business today. As things worked out, though, these young writers comprehensively refused to work with him. So did big-name ESPNers like Howard Bryant, Jamel Hill, and Stephen A. Smith, whom he tried to bring in as contributors. End quote. Stop right there. I'm a fraud. I didn't do X, Y, and Z. Ladies and gentlemen, he's saying that my education wasn't paid for. He's saying I didn't write my own book. When Amy Bell, the editor at Simon Schuster, you can ask her yourself, Charles Soup, who runs 13A Imprint at Simon & Schuster.
This man finna do a mic drop out of this world, y'all. Y'all keep watching. It's almost done.
Tell you, I wrote my own book, no ghostwriter. Everywhere he turns, he tries to lie, denigrate, and diminish. Because he's trying to get somebody to be smaller than him, not recognizing that physically most people are smaller than his fat ass. But it's okay. Because again, I understand where it comes from. It's jealousy. And it's the specter of a future where you're completely rendered irrelevant. You're not owning up to the fact that you had your chance in 2015 and you blew it. A year and a half you had to take the website off the ground to get black people to work for you, to build an organization, and you blew it. And it was completely financed by ESPN and you didn't get it done. John Skipper gave you an opportunity. Mr. Ensign Fox gave you an opportunity. Countless people looked out for you and you blew it. Yeah, you were a columnist. Highly respected because of your writing ability and your perspectives, because you do make people think once they're able to get past how evil and vile you are. But in the end, what it comes down to is you're not cutting it.
You're not.
You started a podcast 2 years before me. The day that I started a podcast, you had 322,000 subscribers. You were at 322,000, I was at 0. You haven't even hit 600,000 yet. I'm at 1.35 million. See, Jason, you keep losing to me. You're not telling people what really hurts. You keep getting your ass kicked by me. You do a television show, I outrate you. You do a radio show, I outrate you. You go to podcast route, I outrate you. I look better, I feel better. Nothing works for you.
Nothing.
Against me. Except me shutting up while you run your mouth to create clicks so you can get a check. Because it's all you have. You don't have it because you don't have talent. You don't have it because some people don't want to listen to you. You have it because everybody knows that you're evil and you're despicable and you've napalmed the bridges.
That's a fact. Jason Whitlock is a vile human being.
Talking about your colleagues and contemporaries, stabbing them in the back at every turn. This is why I told you, Emmanuel Acho. This is why I'm telling you, Marcellus Wiley and others. This is why I'm talking to the people that are on Jason Whitlock's show. Fearless. He's scared of nothing. Evidently, y'all in contact Patrick Bet-David and talk about how he ran out of the studio the minute he was in this vicinity of Roland Martin, to the point where he almost got hit by a damn car because he was so damn scared of going up against Roland Martin. He chirped and talked shit. And then when Roland Martin showed up, he ran like a coward.
That's a fact.
That's Jason Whitlock.
Throw the money at him, Steven. Just throw the money at him. Watch this shit.
To who he is with his supposed friends and people who are close to him. I don't know your names, I don't care to. Anybody that's on this show, I wish you nothing but the best. I need you to go to church and I need you to pray. I need you to figuratively or literally have security. And I need you to make sure they're watching your back, because he will stab you in it. There isn't a black person in our business that would disagree with what I said. You don't believe me? Ask them. He is a lowlife, the worst kind.
Dang.
It's who he is. And I'm not going to go off and engage in profanity-laced tirades.
Like the video.
I've said enough.
Subscribe.
But do you know the reason I came up here with y'all today? He lied about him, a professor of mine. Said she wasn't really a professor. Woman at home minding her business, retired, and he's trying to denigrate her career to get at me. He brought up my boy Spank, Gary Stevens. He's a teammate and a friend. One of my best friends in the world, never bothered anybody. But because Jason Whitlock is so addicted and fixated on me, he's gonna go after my boys. It's who he is. And then he's trying to hide behind my quote-unquote bump my basketball career. I didn't have one. Cracked my kneecap in half. A couple of months after I got there, it was over before it began, damn it. Who cares? I'm 58 years old in the business that you're in at the same time that you're in, smoking your ass. Smoking. Excuse my language. You can't fuck with me, Jay. Not even a little bit.
Mic drop.
There's levels to this. And your ass is smaller than a cockroach compared to me.
Damn.
You're nothing. You are an expert troller. I'll give you that. And you can evoke emotional responses and conversations because you're willing to stoop to the lowest of the low by attacking people's loved ones in order to get them. But know this. All you're doing is getting a reaction out of me.
That's it.
To address.
Man, he eating them up in the most strategic way. I love this. I love this.
How despicable you truly are. But in the end, understand that when your fat ass is sitting behind your desk and you don't want to roll around it because you don't want everybody to see how rotund you are, no. Everything about my life is better than yours. I've never said this about anybody else, and I never will. This is specifically for you. You've lost. I'm better than you. The public says it. Everybody knows it. And you looked so pathetic, it had me wondering, really? He must be in really, really dire straits. So I decided to do something about that. Nice studio. Something you can't afford. Somewhere along the way, you know what I'm contemplating doing, Jason? I haven't made a decision yet. But I'm thinking about starting a GoFundMe account for you. Because clearly you're that desperate. That's why you talk about me so much. Look at your numbers when you're talking about me and look at your numbers when you don't. I keep you relevant. That's perhaps the worst insult of it all. Fat Bastard Lock. That's the title of the GoFundMe account. Fat Bastard Lock.
Hey, he on his ass. Watch this.
That's for you, my brother. Contrary to what you're willing to tell Blaze Media, you used to do that a lot, didn't you? After all, that's the only chance you had of getting some.
Damn.
Needless to say, probably didn't work for you either. Because
Damn.
if anybody needs something, it's you.
Hey, my boy Stephen A.
Cam Newton,
killed him.
Next time.
Hey, Steven killed him, man. That's funny. Man, that's funny. Well, yeah, hey, that's my show for tonight, man. I hope you guys liked it. I'm gonna come back with some more. Y'all stay tuned. I appreciate all y'all, and y'all let me know what y'all think, man. I'll holla.